Hello there. A long time since I made a video last, so I thought I would make one. Uh, this is going to be not a build guide, not an Atlas Strat video or anything, more of a build showcase and what I'm currently doing with the build. So I'm playing a Golem Elementalist, focusing around building as many explosions as possible. I think a build popularized by Ruetoo last league. I actually played it last league as well, but I decided to play it again and take it further than I did last league. So it just explodes everything, right? I use. I'm not gonna go into deep about the build. Just hover quickly above the items, some of which are self-crafted and therefore more more expensive than they should be, because it's a bit of an off-meta build. And I'm currently in the middle of swapping over to megalomaniac setups instead of medium clusters. The build is very tanky. I have max block. I have increased effect of chill, reduced damage from enemy star shield. Not sure if I covered over everything. That's probably good enough. I have this to like fix my block cap. I'm not yet ailment immune. I'm going to be able to fix that, but onto the strategy. So I'm farming stack decks, but I'm doing it with a twist. Because when my build got too fast for ritual, like when it felt like ritual was slowing me down too much, I just wanted to clear the rest of the map, get into another map, do another mirage. Because like the price of the scarab has been like I bought them for a lot of them for like 1C. Slow bought them a few days ago, and I run T16.8 modded maps. Uh, Nowadays T16.8 mods are like 12, 13C. Definitely worth it. If you're patient, you can probably find someone who sells them for 10, uh, which is nothing. It's like if you just run that map with no strategy on it, you're probably gonna make that money back without an issue. So instead of going for ritual, I spec'd fully into beyond, because ground loot is actually pretty okay. And then I thought to myself to spawn even more monsters. I added Delirium Astrolabe. Used to be cheap, so I think they've gone up recently. I think they're pretty available still. Yeah, like 70. This price would pay itself back just from opening the memory vault on average. I usually see Faster's lenses that can sell around that same price. It's not uncommon to get good gems and the T1 uniques. It does add a lot of lag though, same with Beyond. And this build is pretty laggy. That's the only downside of it. Sometimes if I encounter ritual naturally, if I have a lot of loot around it, I will still do the ritual while I'm looting. Because this build is pretty much an auto bomber, so I can just focus on looting while I'm picking stuff up. Let's see if actually I have scried the File Cathedral on top of this map, so haven't yet got an apothecary, but I've seen quite a few 7 years bad luck. Since I kill so many monsters, I pop a lot of incubators. Uh, I got a lot of skittering from a friend who's like struggling to sell them, so he just gave them to me. and I've also tried running the endless conflict strat for Legion in Dunes. It's also pretty good. So if I do run out of incubators, I'm just gonna jump back and do that in my own like miraged maps. It's pretty good to have something to like bounce back in between. And I've been doing some high investment breach in Dunes as well, but so far it's like I haven't hit anything big, so it hasn't felt as good profit per hour. I know that it is technically, but I feel like you'd have to hit something big for it to really pay off. And the prices of all of the scarabs and the astrolabes have been so inconsistent because it's been so popular. So let's run an example map just to showcase. Let's hope I don't get one of the ones where it's so dense that I actually crash the instance. So when I go in, I just activate Corrupting Blood, Life Flask, and a Blade Full of Thralfus. Will keep the buff going since it costs life. Focus on finding the boss first to limit the altar mods. And then when you have the Delirium Astrolabe up, you really need to focus on getting 5 rewards to complete the objective. Because if you fail an objective, like the reward from the amount of rewards that you get to choose between actually depends on the amount of maps that you have successfully completed the objective in. So if my build was weaker, I could quit it now and just continue with the rest of the map. The city, like it's really hard to clear a full city square in one delivery. So as you can see, it does get pretty laggy when there's way too many monsters. As I say, I find it fun to just clear the full map within the Legion timer, Delirium timer I mean. I usually do. It's not required, but it's like... It makes me go faster, so it's an efficiency in a way. You could always just loot afterwards, but I've always thought that looting afterwards is probably slower than not. And I couldn't really tell you if it's worth doing a normal breach if it pops up, like without any talents or anything. It does spawn more beyond monsters though. I should probably skip them. Sometimes I kill them anyway. But I would definitely do like Blight and Breach inside of the Mirage area. Because all of the Beyond monsters actually have a pretty decent chance to drop the new Val orb. Most of the time spent in the map is actually just like clicking the loot. Running a really strict filter is really recommended. Here I have an issue. It's like it's kind of hard to hit the mirror without killing half of the Mirage first. But I don't really have any control over that anyway. My build has gotten to the point where I can just like click. I only have to look at the rewards on the altars. I don't need to look at the downsides anymore. which is pretty neat.
Death is but a door. Enter it and see.
The battle has been won.
Yeah, so that's the build and a quick map. I'm gonna do one more map without looting, just to show how actually insane the clear is. But what's insane about it being like an auto bomber is that I can just run around and focus on clicking the loot, and if something comes to me, it will die, and then I just move on. Because at least according to my tests, it's way slower to, especially since I use Headhunter. I am not fast all the time. I'm only fast while I'm clearing, so it's faster for me to like loot and click the items while I'm mapping.
Getting closer. They will find you, and they will destroy you.
Plus, sometimes it's like when you touch like one mob at the beginning of this corridor, the instance pauses for like 4 or 5 seconds, and I've even crashed a few times because it's been so dense if I had a lot of pack size on the map. It should be all the monsters. Whoops. Except now I might have missed some beyond, like these are beyond monsters or delirium monsters that spawned that didn't get affected by the explosion chain. I should say that for later.
Make your
See.
wish. Slaughter them all.
Protect the mirage.
And I would say it's like it's not that uncommon to get a tink like every other map. And I will get out of every map with like 50 to 60 stack decks. If you do this the normal way and do it slightly slower and do it like calculated and choose which rituals you open first or whatnot, you can probably make like comparable currency.
Farewell.
But it will feel slower. And that's the main reason why I'm doing this, just because like it feels good and my build can do it, and the feeling of the strat is sometimes more important than the actual profit. So that was the build and the strat that I'm running. Might post a video later on how it looks in Juiced Breach and maybe even Legion. That's it for me. Bye.